You're listening to the Secure Dad Podcast. Discover ways to protect yourself and your family at home, in public, and online. Welcome, friend. I'm Andy Murphy, the creator of The Secure Dad. This podcast serves to help people become proactive in their safety. The information I share on this podcast is for general information purposes only. My goal is to empower you to make safer decisions for yourself and your family, because our safety is our own responsibility. Today, I'm going to empower parents to understand the red flags to look for in online grooming behavior and how they can protect their children. All of that and more ahead on the Secure Dad Podcast. At the beginning of the year, people take this time to improve themselves. They say, "New year, new me," and I think that's great. But what about the old you? The one that has private data floating around on the internet, your phone number from 2 years ago, a job you left in 2018, your current address. A lot of your data is out there just waiting for somebody to buy it. It won't stay in the past, and it can hurt your future. You need your private data erased from people search sites, and that's where Delete Me comes in. Delete Me searches the internet for your private data that's being sold, then they delete it. Not just once, but they keep doing it well into the future. Go to joindeleteme.com/dad. There, you can get 20% off a privacy plan when using the code DAD at checkout. Don't let somebody buy your past. Protect your future with Delete Me. See why I find Delete Me essential to my privacy at joindeleteme.com/dad and use promo code DAD to get 20% off today. Delete Me is a sponsor of the Secure Dad Podcast. I am very excited for my first live event coming up later this month. Join me Sunday, January 14th, as I share how you can secure your front door. According to FBI statistics, the number one way a criminal breaks into your home is through your front door. I'll show you how you can deter criminals and protect your home with my live webinar, Securing Your Front Door. It doesn't matter what type of home you have or your skill set. This is for everyone. The webinar is free, but availability is limited, so sign up early. Plus, I'll give you a sneak peek at the live classes I have coming up later this month. I hope you can join me. Understandably, online grooming is a big fear for parents, especially if they have no idea how to tell if it's happening. In our online world that we now live in, parents are having a hard time keeping up with technology, digital culture, and their kids' mental and emotional development in these areas. We are in a lot of ways, uncharted territory. So for now, I'm going to explain what online grooming is, the signs of online grooming, and what parents can do to prevent it. First, let's understand exactly what online grooming is. Now, this is a term that is widely applied to an array of techniques predators use through the internet to sexually exploit children. This can be done through email, instant message, texting, gaming, and any other means of communication via an internet connection. The abuse can happen digitally through videos and images, or they can actually try to meet in real life for physical exploitation. And online grooming can take place in, this is scary, in as little as about 10 minutes while your child is in their bedroom where you think that they are safe. If you want to know more about these 6 stages of grooming, I have covered that in an episode. Go check out episode 205 of this podcast that was released in November of 2022. So in a sobering interview that I had on this show with Chris Hadnagy of the Innocent Lives Foundation, he explained that grooming can happen anywhere online. He made the point that anywhere kids are online, the predators are already there. When we think about the predator-prey relationship, this holds true. If a cheetah wants to track, kill, and eat an impala, it has to find it first. The cheetah will roam miles and miles looking for the target, and once they find them, the hunt is on. It's the same for online predators. They have to go where the kids are to start their hunt. One of the biggest online gathering spots for children is online gaming, and none bigger than Roblox. Unfortunately, it seems that every other week in America, we find a story of an abuser using Roblox to lure a child away from their home where they are abducted and abused. Many parents would, understandably, have a knee-jerk reaction about that their kids would never play Roblox. Now, before you pull the plug on this platform, and by the way, I'm not defending it at all, understand that this can happen on any gaming platform, as long as open communication is allowed, and I'll talk more about that later. So now, here are a few signs that an online predator could be grooming your child. First, look for secretive behavior. In many cases, the children seem to understand that the grooming relationship should be kept from parents and friends and any sort of authority figure. They don't particularly know why, and they don't fully see the danger in it. They just know that the other people are not going to approve of it, so they should keep it to themselves. So an increase in secretive behavior regarding a device, a game, a social media app could be a sign of inappropriate or grooming behaviors. Next, let's be on the lookout for random gifts. A common tactic to gain appreciation and trust with children is for predators to send gifts. While this may seem innocent at first, adults should never be allowed to send gifts to kids without the permission of parents. It's not unusual for abusers to gift kids with something that their parents have already said no to, and these are things like a smartphone, drugs, or alcohol. Most parents would notice physical items showing up on their front door, so predators circumvent this by giving digital gifts like gaming upgrades, a new skin in Fortnite, or even online subscriptions to avoid detection. The next red flag we need to look for is obsessive behavior. Similar to secretive behavior, a child would become more obsessed with being available to the predator. Now, this could be because of the perceived positive relationship that they have, or it could be seen for the potential threats of blackmail and extortion. Now, this will not look like an obsession that they've had in the past with a new fun game. This behavior will be stressed and emotional, and you will know something is off. Some kids may resort to hitting, screaming, or running away to maintain control of their device. Lastly, let's be on the lookout for self-isolation as a sign of online grooming. One of the stages of grooming is for the abuser to begin to emotionally separate their victim from their friends and family. This makes it easier for them to control the child. If the only voice speaking to the child is the predator, then they can easily get what they want and maintain that level of abuse. When parents know what to look for, the grooming signs are easier to detect. What may be harder is knowing where to begin. So to prevent online grooming, parents can take some simple steps to protect their children. The first step in protecting your kids from online grooming is to manage where and when they are on the internet. No child should feel entitled to go to whatever site they want, whenever they want. Being online should be a privilege that requires parental permission. While much of the world is online, your kids don't have to be. So let me say that to you again. Your kids do not have to be online. They can thrive and survive without it. Next, set rules that kids are not to have devices in their rooms or bathrooms, and this means a smartphone, laptop, smart TV, that sort of thing. Exploitation thrives in secrecy, as we've already talked about. If your children are using the internet, it needs to happen in an open area with a parent present. If they want to play a game or watch YouTube, then they have to do it on the main TV in the living room where everybody can see what they're viewing. To prevent exploitation in gaming, don't let your kids have access to a headset or to chat. Most games are fine for kids to play, but it's the human user element that's the real danger. That's where the predators are. My son plays Roblox and Fortnite and has a great time without communicating with other players. Plus, other players can be verbally abusive in the heat of the moment, which is not good for kids' self-esteem or mental development, and honestly, that goes for dads too. It never hurts to pick up a controller and be player 2 and enjoy the game with your child and see why they like it so much. The basic reasons that children are targeted by online predators is because their parents are not directly involved, and the kids feel like they can't come to you for help. As a parent, and this is very important, you need to establish a good, loving relationship so that when something bad happens online, they can talk to you about it. A guest on my show, Elisa from Cyber Night Watch, she hunts down human traffickers and predators across the globe, and in an outstanding interview with her, she said at the very end, at the end of the day, your child coming to you openly and not feeling ashamed or judged is going to save your child's life. Elisa sees this all the time. She sees both sides of it. She sees the predator side and the victim side. And if she tells you having this open relationship is going to be what saves your child, you absolutely need to do it. You can protect your kids from online predators. You don't have to be an IT professional or a hacker. You just need to be an involved, loving parent. Well, that's everything that I have for the very first episode of 2024. Thank you, friend, for being a part of this. Don't forget to sign up for my free webinar, Securing Your Front Door. That will be on Sunday, January 14th. There's a link in the show notes to get you started. Take back your privacy and personal data with help from Delete Me. Get 20% off a privacy plan when using the code DAD at checkout. Go to joindeleteme.com/dad to get started. Every family deserves online safety. That's why so many families trust Bark to help safeguard their children online. Get 10% off any Bark app subscription when you use the discount code SecureDad at checkout. If you'd like to know more about the Secure Dad, join me on Instagram and X. My username for both platforms is TheSecureDad. And of course, my site is available to you 24/7 at thesecuredad.com. I'm Andy Murphy, reminding you that our safety is our own responsibility.